let's start accenting with just 16th notes. We're going to play some light 16th notes. Now, for the unaccented notes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my wrist up a little bit so I'm a little closer to the surface for lighter notes like this. Right? Usually when I'm playing a little lighter, the fulcrum isn't as strong and tight as opposed to like when we will do an accent, it'll be a little squeezed to keep the stick in place. Okay, but unaccented notes, kind of like you're flicking water off your fingers. Alright, okay? So now, let's just take the first 16th note of a group of 4. So it will be on the 1, the accent. Okay? Okay? Now, if you see what's happening, after I accent, I'm back to the position even with the other stick. Okay? We want to make sure that we have that accent in place that way, as opposed to coming from a higher point. If we do, what's going to happen at that point is you're going to get an unevenness, and you're going to hear like a jump within it in the consistency of the strokes. Okay, so make sure it's accented and down. Don't let it go back to here like that. Just this downward stroke, kind of like a short throwing motion. Okay, if you can, even watch the molar tech videos I did, molar technique videos that I did. They should help out with this throwing motion here. I'm using a smaller version of it, but the molar was this way. Okay, but that throwing motion, it's like you're throwing a ball. Okay, that also helps you with your groove playing when you're playing with the hi-hat and the snare. I usually put a little bit of a throw motion here, especially if I need a rim shot in this one. Alright, so now let's just take 16th notes and put the accent on all the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Okay? Now, let's try it on the ends. And now let's put it on all the ends. Okay. Now, E's. E's will be left hand. Numbers and ends, right hand. E's and Ah's left. Okay. Ah's, left hand. All your Ah's. Alright? When you get comfortable putting them either on the right or left, remember the numbers and ends, right hand, E's and Ah's left. Okay? Then start combining. Okay, then try multiple accents. So let's see on the 1E and 3E. Okay, all different places you can place the accents. Listen to the weave within the music when you're doing figures like this. See what would fit the appropriate fill for a song. Listen where the inflections in the music are. And then you can kind of pick and choose where you want to put a little more emphasis on a certain section, okay? When you're playing on the hi-hat, no matter where you're playing, on the snare, you don't want them all... Think about music as communication. Same thing with the way you would talk. Some of your words aren't all loud or all soft. You know, if they're all loud, you know, you chase people away from you. If they're all soft, they wouldn't be able to hear what you're saying. So depending on the communication you're trying to make, some things are soft, some things are loud, some things are in between. Okay, so same thing with your accents or your playing that way. Some things are louder, some things are softer. Okay, some things crescendo, some things decrescendo. Okay, okay, so take that all into consideration when you're doing this. Practice the accents at all different volumes. You can practice the louder volume, like a nice whipping motion, right? A moderate volume. Or a soft accent. Okay? All right. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.